Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News, some latest events in the province. And now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, in the morning of June 28, the delegation of the National Assembly of the province included Mr. Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa, Secretary of the Party Central Committee, Head of the Central Propaganda Department, Mr. Trần Hữu Hậu, member of the National Assembly Law Committee, had the meeting with voters in Japan after the fifth session of the 15th National Assembly.
Voters were informed about the results of the fifth section of the 15th National Assembly, as well as activities of the Provincial National Assembly delegation and the law and resolutions passed by the National Assembly and the sections at the conference. And voters also informed of the outcome of the previous contact period settlement of voter petitions. Simultaneously, voters in Japan recommended to National Assembly deputies that they continue to pay attention to and send comments to the National Assembly and the government on strengthening support policies for the people in border areas. Mr. Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa, Secretary of the Party Central Committee, Head of the Central Committee for Propaganda and Training, received voters' feedback and clarified a number of issues concerning the law projects debated by the National Assembly.
After the fifth session of the 15th National Assembly, Mr. Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa, Secretary of the Party Central Committee, Head of the Central Propaganda Department, a member of the Provincial National Assembly and the National Assembly delegation of the province, met with voters who are officers and soldiers of the 5th Infantry Division in the afternoon of June 28. Is it that voters of the 5th Infantry Division interest in project law or management and protection and defense work and military zone, reviewing the implementation of the law or officer of the Vietnam People Army, regime and policy for soldiers and the children of officer and professional soldiers serving long-term in the Army, salary mechanism to attract long-term service personnel in the Military Act. Speaking at the meeting, Mr. Phạm Hồng Thái, standing Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, head of the provincial delegation of the National Assembly delegation, noted and shared the issue that voters of the 5th Infantry Division were concerned about. Delegate Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa informed 5th Infantry Division voters about the current international and domestic situation, the country's economic recovery following the pandemic, as well as the implementation plan of National Target Program, national defense and security, and the construction of a regular, lean, combat, strong, effective, and efficient army.
In the morning of June 27, the Party Committee and Command of the Lieutenant Border Guard held a conference to review border guard work in the first 6 months of 2023. In the first 6 months of 2023, the Provincial Party Committee and Command of Provincial Border Guards have implemented synchronous measures of the border guard work, closely coordinated with the force patrolling, controlling, and protecting borders and border gates, trail openings, proactively grasping, assessing, and forecasting the right situation, promptly advising and proposing effective handling of incidents, ensuring foreign relations, fighting for prevention and control actively and effectively in all kinds of crimes, especially illegal entry and illicit smuggling, maintaining territory sovereignty. In addition, the unit organized many activities to support policy families and award the scholarships to poor children, giving shelter to soldiers and companies, coordinating and organizing medical examination and treatment, distributing free medicine to poor people, and many other social security activities with a total budget of more than 580 million Vietnam dong. Colonel Lê Văn Vĩ, commander of the Provincial Border Guard, praised the grassroots unit's performance in the first 6 months of the year, while also requesting that the units perform well on a number of key tasks, such as strictly maintaining combat readiness, mode, strengthening patrols, strictly controlling borders, border gates, trails, and openings, proactively detecting, preventing arrest, and strictly handling violations in accordance with the law, not being passively surprised by actively grasping on developments of the situation early and remotely, promptly advising and effectively handling situation, actively develop plans and professional plans to combat all types of crimes.
The Provincial ANC and Enterprise Division Party Committee met in the afternoon of June 28 to review the midterms of the implementation of the resolution of the Bronzo Party Congress of Earnsea and Enterprise, term 2020-2025.
From the start of the term to present, the Bloc Party Committee has led and directed the grassroots party committees in implementing the party's policies and laws, as well as the state policies and laws also, building a strong party in politics, ideology, and morality, renovating to improve the quality and efficiency of court work, internal political protection, and implementing the province's key socio-economic development programs and projects. Mr. Nguyễn Thị Xuân Hương, head of the Provincial Party Committee's Propaganda Department, stated that from now until the end of the term of the Party Committee of the Provincial Associations and Businesses, it is necessary to direct the grassroots party committees to perform their duties well aside, striving that no associate unit or enterprise fails to complete the task, focus on overcoming limitations and renovating and removing difficulties and obstacles also. Many individuals and groups are also recognized on this occasion.
On June 28, the Bronzo Department of Labor, War Invalid and Social Affairs organized the TayNinhTVToday Children Forum 2023 with the message children participate in building a safe, friendly and healthy environment for children. Coming to the forum, 90 students from 9 districts and cities were divided into 5 groups, and each group prepared pictures with child protection messages such as violence prevention and control at school force, safe and civilized use of social network, protecting children in cyberspace, protecting children against climate change, epidemics and natural disasters, and preventing and controlling child roaming. As a result, the children presented their ideal picture, as well as messages, wishes, and recommendations regarding their concern and care for all levels, branches, society, school, and family. In the forum, the students asked dialogue questions with the leaders of the department and sector, and the teacher and uncle directly answered their questions.
According to the TayNinhTV Plant Protection and Conservation Sub-Department, many rice pads will appear in the province summer-autumn rice crop by the end of June of 2023, and as a result, 725 hectares of rice blast disease were recorded, as well as nearly 600 hectares of foliar blight, nearly 8,800 hectares of white fly, and more than 760 hectares of rice affected by leaf worms. The province sows more than 46,600 hectares of rice in the summer-autumn crop, and 3.6% of modern plant. Currently, the rice mostly in the tillering till stage, and wildflies can be found in many areas with a population densities up to 10,000 individuals per square meters. One reason for the abundance of wildflies in the rice field is that at the start of rainy season, there are many areas of wheat planted in the harvest fields, so that of the white petals in the wheat fields will concentrate on the rice fields. And faced with this situation, the technical staff of Conservation and Plant Protection Station have been closely monitoring and regularly updating the developments of pests and diseases, warn and guide the farmers to proactively prevent and spray pesticides at the same time, to avoid a situation in which the fields above the spray will powdery metal and move down to the fields below to destroy them. Organized many training sections for the farmers on identification of pests and diseases and pest management measures in the rice season.
On June 28, 2023, nearly 10,200 students completed the first day of the high school graduation exam, along with over 1 million other students nationwide. Many students appeared happy in the 2 exams on the first day of the exam because this year's exam questions are quite fit and the exam structure is stable. Candidates take the literature exam for 120 minutes on the first days of the test in the morning in 2023. The only easy subject on the high school graduation exam is this one. Candidates take the math test in the afternoon. The test lasts 90 minutes and is in multiple choice. The test lasts 90 minutes and is in multiple choice format. The weather was pleasant on the day of the test. Traffic officers arrived early to help on the traffic flow at the exam site. In addition, volunteers assist candidates in finding the exam room and settling in. Accompanying the candidates in the important exam are the parents. Anxiety and worry are the mood of most parents, no less than candidates who are entering the exam. After 12 years of studying, I was also very worried because much I didn't know if I could pass the test or not. When I take the exam, I encourage my child to confidently go, calmly do the test. The house is in Hòa Thành, but I don't dare to return for fear that my child forgets something and run back to get it quickly. According to the candidate, this year literature exam is quite loose the knowledge they have learned at school. For the test of literature, 120 minutes and the test of mathematics, 90 minutes according to the assessment of the candidate is suitable. This year, the situation of studying cabinet, taking multiple choice exam according to the tip also decreased. This year, I found the exam paper quite good. I did well. In this morning exam, Kim Lung và nhà Frau did to be the easiest to score. I did a really good job. Last night I had to guess the question a bit, but I still did well. On the first day of the exam, the high school graduation exam in 2023 at 19 test sites took place safely and in accordance with the exam regulation. Today, June 29, the candidate continued to enter the high school graduation exam in 2023. In the morning, the candidate will take the combined exam of natural science and social science. In the afternoon, candidate will take foreign language exam. Ladies and gentlemen, a happy family means a prosperous country. That is the message of the 2023 Vietnam Family Day. On June 28, Tây Ninh Radio and Television Station organized many exciting activities in response to Vietnam Family Day, with the participation of many people from the collective of employees at the units.
In the morning, a fun and healthy exchange of air volleyball took place between the coalition groups of all-female team from Program Science Department and the Department of Technology and Production of the program, with the coalition of troops all-female team from Department of Organization and Administration and the Departments of News. This joint pause received a lot of applause from the fans for both teams. In the afternoon of the same day, there were two parallel activities: the karaoke competition for family as well as family members of officials and employees working at the station, and the cooking competition consisted of teams from specialized departments and guests. In the allotted time, the competition teams must cook the dishes for 30 people divided into 3 tables, which competition that shows the teamwork and ingenuity of all teams members with the desire to bring a delicious and nutritious meal to the family as well as everyone on the occasion of the Vietnamese Family Day.
Ngày gia đình Việt Nam
And the Vietnamese Family Day is a very meaningful day for all, especially the Vietnamese ethnic community, and which has a long tradition, especially in the TTV 11 family. It has an additional meaning that the young people, the couples who work together in this and do other activities. Today is the day of gathering the time with the kitchen like this. It's really cozy, meaningful, and bring unity with union. Today is the day of Vietnamese family. I want to bring everyone a new color of cuisine, a new tune, a new taste, and a new quintessence. How perfect this? Well, we specialize in vegetarian dishes and want to bring the people new feelings about the food and want to send the love to the audience of TTV 11.
Mình và ông xã của mình thì cùng công tác tại Đài Phát thanh và Truyền
So
hình
that they can both do professional work well and be able to do so. To nurture the small family on the occasion of the Vietnam Family Day, TayNinhTV Radio and Television Station always organize activities to help the families bond together, and more importantly, connect that big family is the TTV
11.
At the cooking contest, there was a cozy meeting between the party committee, the board of directors of the executive committee of radio television station union, and the staff of employees at the unit. And throughout the days, not only spreading the meaning of Vietnamese Family Day, but also increasing the cohesion between the members in the common house of TTV 11.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.